Hello everyone, my name is Neha and I'm representing Energy and Emotions here. To all of you who don't know what Energy and Emotions is, it is an initiative towards making all of all of our lives a healthier and better place. So today we are gonna talk about power mornings. So basically, power mornings, in my opinion, like waking up in the morning and having a good schedule is all about what makes your day. So today we have Miss Erica with us who's gonna put more light on the topic. So I'll just add.
Hello.
Hello, how
Hi.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am very good, thank you.
Okay. So today we are gonna talk about power morning.
Yes.
So, in your opinion, like first of all, the first question that just clicks in my mind when we talk about this topic is, what about the night owls? What about the people who just, who whose inner system just gets active in in the night? Like they are the dullest people in the morning, and their internal system gets active in the night, and they are working throughout the night. So, what about those people?
I think we're all different. We all have different ways of living, and we all differentiate ourselves because there's not, as you said, there are morning people and night people. As for night people, it concerns, I believe that uh, they should have like a habit of working at night, and it's just about adapting to your normal day and to your normal lifestyle, no? So like if you work all night long, then you should be able to wake up at any time in the morning, but like boost up your energy with some different tools and different ways. And then for the people that are very active in the morning, just to have like a specific schedule, to be able to wake up at the same time every day, it helps to have like a regular routine and to boost your energy up when it has to be boosted, no?
Okay, okay. So one thing I noticed like recently, like more famous people like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, everyone focuses on like waking up early. Like there is one personality, I'm missing the name, so he mentioned then that when he gets up in the morning, he gets up at 4 in the morning. And the first thing he does is work out. So what he does is, when like he thinks that his brain is most active in the morning, and when he's on his treadmill, so he's working out plus he's watching the most important news at 4 in the morning. So how do you think like more and more successful people are talking about getting up early and getting your most toughest task, getting it done in the morning, like working out or doing the most important task, mailing people. So how important do you think morning is? Like getting, yeah.
Let's go a little bit back. Let's talk about our construction. Our construction is divided in two, no? Like our right side and our left side. Our right side, it's related to the sun. It's hot in nature and it's very active. Our left side, it's the moon. It is very cold and it's very peaceful and calm, no? So like the circadian schedule means that you are waking up with the sun and going out with the moon. And actually, when we have an entire balance of this energy in our bodies, we are whole, no? Deepak Chopra says like wholeness is when you have both energies balanced, no? So the circadian schedule does that. So when you wake up with the sun, like people that wake up at 4:30 in the morning, depending on where you are around the world, waking up with the sun, it's the best way because you're boosted up with energy. You get up with the light of the day. first your day lasts longer and you are able to do more things. No, I don't know why, but it just like multiplies because you are super active. Exercising very early in the morning also helps you to train your body and train your muscles and get ready for like a hectic day. No, and if you exercise in the morning, then you don't have to pay attention for the exercise at night, and then when you're tired and all the things that are going on throughout the day. No, so I feel it's one of the most amazing things you can do, and like you have to train yourself because it's not easy. You have to go to bed, as you are saying. There's people that go to bed very early, but for waking up early in the morning, you're not able to go to bed at 12 or 3 a.m. in the morning. You have to go to bed at least at 10:30 in the morning to wake up at 4:30. Yogis, for example, we wake up with the sun, and that is why we do the sun salutation, the Surya Namaskar. That is like our way to salute the sun and to welcome the new day, no, to embrace the new day. And that means that you're boosting up all your energy, you're letting your energies flow, and you're ready to start the day. So I think it's the most normal way of living, because it's like that is how the world works, no, like in the morning the sun goes up and then you wake up with the sun, and then you go to bed when the moon it's like all in its peak in the sky, and your day will be more productive because your body is synchronized with this schedule, no, with this. We are made naturally to be synchronized with this circadian schedule. So like it is better, and our body works better if we get together with these movements of the moon and the sun, and we balance our entire energies.
Okay. So, like, what are the it's basically we align our internal clock with the sun and the moon. Like waking
Yes.
up with the sun, and you get a notification like now it's night, you have to sleep. Okay.
Well, I don't have a notification because sometimes, you know, like things get hectic and then you're not able to go to bed at the same time every day, no? But it's more that 10:30 is my peak. Like I don't go to bed later than 10:30 because I know that I'm not going to be able to wake up early in the morning, no? So like up to 10:30 it's like my and I do have a alarm that says that my phone turns off at 10:30.
Okay.
Like I can't receive calls or anything, and it says like, okay, you're ready to go to bed, and it wakes me up at 4:30 in the morning. So I am able to sleep the amount of hours that I need to sleep, but and I am synchronized with the moon and the sun. With the moon, you don't have to be completely synchronized, but like to be for it to be like really really dark, no? So like your body adjusts to the moon and the sun things.
Clock. Okay.
Clock. Yeah. Sorry. The moon and the sun
Like
clock.
I'm I must say, or like you can keep your phone down and at 10:30. Wow. Matlab, I can't. Matlab, I think my phone I start scrolling my phone at 10:30.
Yes, it is. It is a lot of things, no? You have to. It is about creating habits for yourself, no?
Yes,
And
discipline.
pushing yourself a little bit hard. Of course, the first thing that you want to do is like when you are in bed, you want to scroll the phone. But if you are conscious about it, when you are scrolling the phone, you have to stop the blue light at least 2 hours prior to what you're going to sleep.
Okay.
Why? Because your subconscious mind is working all the time and it's absorbing every single thing that you're doing. So when you are scrolling and you're watching the news at 10:30 at night, and there is a lot of negativity, and there is a lot of gossiping, and there is a lot of I don't know, crime or whatever, your subconscious mind is absorbing everything. So when you go to bed, it's like all the information is still there. So I don't know if you have noticed, but I will invite you to try. When you do that, try to be aware of what you're thinking and your dreams, because you are going to dream weird things and you're going to wake up scared and like you're chasing people, and like I have noticed that I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, like I was chasing this guy and like someone was chasing me, like all these adventures at night. And it was just because I didn't let my brain and my mind rest. So it is a little bit difficult, of course. It is about to push yourself, and it's creating
Yes.
healthy habits for you. But it's the best way. Declutter your mind before you go to bed, so the next day you're able to be more productive and have a better day, because a lot of people wake up and they're still very tired. They don't feel that they really rest, and it's because the mind was like all the time. It was like channeling information all the time. But when you declutter and when you are able to push all the information away when you're going to bed, you are able to sleep and rest peacefully and calmly, and your mind is going to be able to reset, so the next day you're boosted up with energy and you're ready to roll.
Yeah. I think it's all about, first of all, it's all about discipline. That you have to push yourself. You have to keep the phone down. Like I have heard some people read books at night. Like they keep their phone down and they read a book or they do some activity. So I think that can be really helpful to leave the phone. Okay.
There's two ways you can do. You can hide the phone, like you just leave it in the dining room, and then like you get really lazy to stand up and pick it up, so like you prefer to stay in bed. And for me, the best way to go to bed is like doing breathing exercise. The book is also
I saw your
kind
video.
of a two-way thing, because like if you're very interested in the book, you can read until 3 a.m. in the morning, and then you're like, oh my god, like you're very interested in the plot, and like this guy did this, so like you're super into the plot of the story, and that is not going to let you rest. So the book is good, like to throw away the phone, but it's not good for your mind. So in the end, what it's very easy, it's just like to focus on your breath, to do some breathing exercise, to like maybe do a scanning of your body and relax all your body, like do some things that are like relaxing and with yourself. Sometimes for women, or like maybe for men, I don't know if they do this often, but like just like to have a beauty routine also, like you can just place some cream and like like be with yourself and connect with yourself can be a good thing, and you're completely focusing what you're doing, and you're not thinking, and you're not like overwhelmed with all the things. So like maybe adding different routines and different activities before going to bed that pull you out and like away from your phone and away from like putting information in your brain can be a good idea, to just like declutter and be able to focus in what you're doing, and that it's like falling asleep.
Yeah. So like what do you think are the best activities or best things that you should do for a power morning?
First of all, when you wake up, the first thing that I really recommend is when you open your eyes, try not to just like stand up and like rush, because that is not a good idea. So like the first thing that I always recommend is like to open your eyes and breathe. So like I do just like 7 deep breaths, like just to connect, to ground, like to connect to the here and now. Maybe like a lot of people do it, I do it. Be grateful for the new day, be grateful for the sun, be grateful for the heat that it's coming, be grateful for your body, everything. Like gratitude is a good way. The second thing is take lukewarm water, because that helps you like activate your digestive system, flush all the toxins, and like boost you up. And then the next thing that I do is exercise. So like either you like yoga or like you have an exercise routine, that is the best way. A lot of people like eating something, so you can eat a little bit of almonds or like walnuts or something. I am very bad at eating, because if I eat I get like all dizzy when I'm exercising, so I prefer not eating anything. And that's what I do. Like I exercise, and then I'll just get into the making breakfast kind of thing and everything. So if you see, I do a lot of activities before I really start my day. That helps me to be grounded and be connected to the day without like just like rushing up to the day. Because a lot of people, what they do is like they just wake up and they go, everything is like all crazy. Yeah, but then your day is going to be as crazy as your morning. Like the morning sets up the pace of your day. So you're just like rushing and running and like, you know, like stumbling everything. All your day is going to be like that. So like the more peaceful and like quiet you are in your morning, the more peaceful pace your morning and your day is going to have. So I try to make it very slow, so my day goes really slow. If you wake up 5 minutes before your meeting, and then you have to like put your breakfast on, and then you have to take a shower, and you know everything is rushy. If you are conscious about your day is going to be as rushy as your morning. Your day is going to be crazy. So like the mornings are powerful because they set up the pace for your entire day. So it depends on how you want to make them. If you want to make your day completely rushy and you're not going to be able to make it to any meeting, you just have to rush and go it late. But if you take it slow, your day is going to flow like as it is aligned.
So I think I was guilty of this like a week before. So I used to wake up at 10 around. So the first thing, like my mom was ready ki now eat your breakfast first of all. So the first thing I would eat my breakfast and I would start working on the bed. Like I wouldn't even get up. Just brush your teeth, come back to bed. And like a day before, I woke up at around 7, and I was thinking I have so much time to do all the tasks. Like I brushed, I went out, I took a walk, I talked to my mom. Like I did so many things. So my dad was like in the evening, did you understand why we tell you to wake up on time? Because you will have time to do so many things. So that's when I really understood why is it important to get up in the morning.
It is, and it is crazy how the time lasts like forever. Like when you wake up
Yes.
early in the morning, you're like the time is not passing. But when you wake up late, oh my god, like everything is like, and you're not able to do anything. So it really changes. And it depends on culture to culture. For example, in my country, we are used to wake up early. My mom wakes up at 4 a.m. in the morning, so like for me it's very easy to wake up, and I have like a normal routine and everything. But when you move from place to place, for example in Mexico, people start working around 10, so of course everything moves a little bit more. So when you start like trying to shape everything up like to the every place's routine and everything, things start changing. But it depends on you and like what you would like to do with your routine and your habits. Like for me, I get very stressed with time. Like I have anxiety of time, so I hate being late. how to be
Okay,
consistent.
we have a
Okay.
question.
So I'm just going to finish and I'll answer your question. So I get really anxious about being late and like making people wait and everything. So I really enjoy waking up. So I have like plenty of time to do whatever I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, thank you so much. So the only way to wake up at the like to create like the secret is to create a habit, no? So to make habits out of your daily routines. So the first thing that you have to do is to create a schedule. So for you to wake up early, you have to go to bed early. Like there is no other way around. So if you are watching Netflix until 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. and then it's 3 a.m. and you're not stopping to watch the series, you are doing something wrong, no? So like as we are saying, putting away the phone, it's one thing, but setting a schedule, it's very important. So what I do, and I have my phone go like it has an alarm like a baby lullaby that says at 10:30 it says like it's time to go to bed. And then I
Okay.
know that at 10:30 I have to go to bed if I want to wake up at 4:30, 5:30. If I don't do that, of course I'm going to be like super lazy, no? So first of all, start with the time of going to bed. A lot of people go to bed at 9. For me, it's very difficult because here in India, it's like, come on, 9 is still the day. So like, I haven't
Yes.
finished everything. So like 9 is not possible. Around 10:30, 11, it's a good time to go to bed.
Hmm.
So I am completely programmed that at 10:30, 11, I am going to bed. And that means that the alarm is set up for 5:30 or 4:30, depending on what you want to do. So at 5:30, I wake up every day. And of course, even if you are super lazy and you want to stay in bed cuddled and like, oh my God, this is so nice, you have to push yourself to wake up. Because your normal, like your biological clock is going to start understanding that pattern, and that is going to help you to be able to do it for a longer time. If you do this for 21 days, you will create a
Yes.
habit, and then it will be very difficult to move away from it. But you have to push yourself. I can't say that there are not days that I'm just like super lazy and I want to stay more, you know, but I push myself because I have to exercise. And then if I don't exercise, like if I don't wake up, I can't exercise, and if I can't exercise, then my entire day is like upside down, you know? So because I've been creating little bit like habits out of everything, you know? So like the 10:30 can be your first challenge. Like go to bed between 10:30 and 11, and then see at what time you wake up. If you start waking up at 3 p.m. In the evening, like we're doing something wrong, so we have to like put an alarm in the morning also, because there are people that can't sleep all day, and I'm like, so I wake up early, so it's easier. So you just start with the challenge of going to bed early around 10:30 to 11, and then waking up at like usually we are okay with 8 hours of sleep.
8
So
hours. Yes.
if you are okay, wake up at the time that your biological clocks tells you. Mine it's very intense, so like I wake up earlier than the alarm. So
Okay.
it's easier because the alarm doesn't sound, but sometimes like my husband, the alarm can sound forever and he's just like he never notices. So it depends on person to person. But then try waking up, like you don't have to push it that much, like 4 a.m. it's like way too much. You can try at least at 6, and then move half an hour, 5:30, and then move half an hour, you know, like you don't have to rush it that much. And then
Yes.
just like start building up habits, and it's very important to know
Mm-hmm.
what to do. So as I said, my morning is filled up with activities, because if I am bored, then my mind is going to tell me, why are you waking up? Like, you don't have anything to do, right? So like
Yes.
for me, exercise is very important. So if I don't wake up, I don't exercise, because the entire day goes rushing and then I don't have time. So you have to set activities for you to be organized and know what what you have to do next, no? So I wake up,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing I do is drink water, and then I do my exercise. So like I have a lot of tasks to do when I wake up, because if you don't have anything to do, you're going to be like, yeah, now what? Like, should I just read a book? And then the next, should I just play music? No. You have to organize yourself. It is very much about discipline and
Hmm.
setting habits. You have to be organized, and to be organized is like you have to put tasks, like organize tasks for you, so you just have to fulfill these tasks until the morning, like it's 9 a.m. and then now you just have to do all the things you have to do, no? But it's very important to have things to do, so you wake up and then you have all the activities, like a checklist, no? So like I did this, I did this, I did
Hmm.
this. Now, what next? You know?
Actually, I think waking up gets a lot of tasks done also. Like you finish a major chunk of tasks if you wake up early. So I've seen like whenever we all are sleeping at home and my mom wakes up and she finishes like so much gets done within that 2 hours when she wakes up. Like she is up at I think 6:30, and by 8:30 everything is done. The laundry is done, the breakfast is done, and I'm like, I just woke up. When did you finish all of this? So this is like a major positive point that if you wake up early, there is more time for you to do things.
You're more
Okay.
productive, because also because of the circadian schedule, you are more active because the sun is setting, no? Like the sun is not setting, it's waking up. So like you are more energetic and you're like ready to do things. But then the more the time goes through the day, your energy starts going down, going down. That's also the reason why a lot of people like who want to exercise in the evening, a lot of time they skip, because they're super exhausted. Like there's like, I can't even like stand up from my bed. So it is a very tricky kind of thing, because like when you let your body to be tired, there is no way you're going to be able to set the activity. So it's better to just like do it in the morning and then you're free for the day. I
Yes,
hope
yes.
we answered your question. Just let us know if you have any other question. We will be happy to answer.
Okay. So okay. So actually, I'm also gonna try to wake up early. I am still. Matlab, there is like this every night. I'm thinking. I'm scrolling my phone and I'm thinking. Let's wait. Start from tomorrow. Let's start from tomorrow. But yeah, I'll try. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. She
I am
said.
glad we responded. Yeah, it's just like setting your mind up to it and then organizing yourself. It's a lot of organization, but it is really worth it. You already saw that yesterday. Like it's worth the try, and it
Okay.
depends
Only I
on
feel
your
sleep,
daily
so sleepy all day. What
activities.
can I do that?
Yeah, it
Okay.
depends on your daily activities, because if you're not having a specific schedule, it is very, like, for example, what I was saying, if you're going to bed very late, it is very, very possible for you to not have energy, because your body is not restoring and it's not resting enough. So you have to sleep 8 hours, at least say 6 hours. That is the minimum for your body to be filled with energy. And then there's exercising. It's a lot of way of boosting up your energy. Eating fruits, it's very good because they boost up your mood. Essential oils can help you, like peppermint oil. It's very effective to boost up your energy. So there's some things that you can do, but it's very important to pay attention to your sleep patterns, because if you're not resting and you're not sleeping well, your body is going to be out of energy the entire day.
One of the things that I heard that you should, when you wake up, if you feel sleepy, you should drink a lot of water, like 300-400 ml of water. That it wakes up your system actually, like your whole body wakes up with it. Yes.
I take at least 3 or 4 glasses of water as soon, like before I breathe. Then I wake up, like stand up from bed, and I take 3 or 4. And it just like completely activates your metabolism. It's very effective.
Okay.
And wash your face. I take water and I wash my face and I wash my teeth. That also like like sets me up. Because if you're just like all sleepy and warm and everything, like it is not going to help. So when you wash your face, it is like freshen up, no? So you're ready. And exercising, it's a great way to boost your energy.
Okay. So Erica, it was actually a really knowledgeable session. There were many things like. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much. And then whatever, if anyone has any question, I am available.
Yeah,
and Energy and Emotions is also available. Just DM us and we'll be happy to respond.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have
thank
a good
you.
evening.